YouTube! This is Breckie from Breckie Writes, this is Breckie Reads, and this is my June book haul. So I'm supposed to be on a bit of a book buying ban, but basically I just needed some retail therapy, and so I purchased a couple of books this month because I had some bad news, and what do you want to do when you have bad news? You want to buy books, because books give you all the happy feels. And so that's pretty much what I did. I'm going to start this book haul with a couple of things I did not buy for myself. I'm going to be going to the East Coast in July to visit my niece and my nephew, and so I have purchased them Bookish Gifts. For my nephew, who's about 3 years old, I got Count to Sleep San Francisco, and this is a really cute board book that has like one Golden Gate Bridge. Like 3 redwood trees. It's just a really cute children's book, so I'm going to be giving this to my nephew. And I have a brand new niece who's only going to be about 6 weeks old when I go out to visit, and so I got her My First Words at the Farm Curious George book, but it's going to come with a cute little hat. Do you guys see that? And both of these were picked up in Alameda, which is outside of San Francisco, a little island city community outside of San Francisco, at this great bookshop called Books Inc. A couple of my other books came from there, and yeah. Bookish presents for the babies. Gotta start them young. So then at the beginning of the month, before I got the bad news that required retail therapy, I decided I did want to pick up a book from a used bookshop, and so I got Gilead by Marilynne Robinson. As you can see, I've already started, and I'm enjoying this. It's a little bit slow. This is a story written in letters from a father who knows that he's dying to his 7-year-old son, and I think this takes place in the 1940s. This won the Pulitzer Prize, and I've seen Marilynne Robinson speak before. She was doing this whole lecture series on Shakespeare and religion, and it was fascinating. It was really, really interesting. And I was like, I should read some Marilynne Robinson because everyone talks about how awesome she is, and I have never read her. So one of the things I'm working on this month and probably next month will be to finish Gilead. Then came my Book of the Month Club pick. For me this month I went with Modern Lovers by Emma Straub, and this is a band gets back together kind of novel. Like literally, there are 3 bandmates who 2 of them have married each other, and then the other one has married someone else, and they literally live on the same block in Brooklyn, and their kids are friends, and the 4th band member had died tragically young, and they're doing like a documentary or something on her, and so the other 3 bandmates sort of have to get back together and remember their hip, awesome past as they are sort of staunchly entrenched in middle age. I haven't started this yet, but this just seems like the perfect summary read. It seems like it will have just enough depth that it won't feel too frivolous, but it won't be super crazy intense. I've heard really good things. People over at Book Riot seem to love this, and that is always a good sign in my opinion. So this was my book club Book of the Month pick, and it came in the mail. I'm really excited. I love this cover too. It's so bright. Alright, the rest of these books are all books I sort of got with retail therapy. The first one is The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson. I got this at Books Inc. up in Alameda, and this is a memoir and also literary criticism piece about queerness. I've already done a spoiler-free book review of this, so if you are interested in more of my thoughts, I will link that below. But I've heard a lot of people talking about this, and I believe that Emma Watson, like Feminist Book Club, read this last month or a couple of months ago, so I picked it up. I enjoyed it. I mean, there's lots of tabbing going on here, and yeah, I got this at Books Inc. and I've already enjoyed this, and I'm really excited I picked it up. Then I wanted something completely different. I wanted something light and fun, and I didn't realize that the 3rd book in this trilogy was out, so as soon as I saw it I was like, obviously I have to buy the whole trilogy. And I did, because I'm an adult and I can buy middle grade books if I want to. The first book being The School for Good and Evil. This is the first in the School for Good and Evil trilogy. This book seemed to be around BookTube pretty heavily about this time last year. I have finished this, I have enjoyed it, I gave it a 3.5. It's a really fun read about 2 girls who are stolen from their town and placed into a school for good and a school for evil, which trains fairy tale heroes and fairy tale villains how to be heroes and villains. And it's a really interesting conversation on goodness and evil and what makes us good and evil and fairy tales in general. So if any of those things strike your chords, pick it up. But yes, I got the first one, School for Good and Evil, and then the sequel, A World Without Princes, and then the 3rd book, The Last Ever After. I have started the 2nd book and I'm hoping to finish the 3rd book this month. We'll see. And the final book I picked up this month is a book I've been eyeing, and this really was the most retail therapy of all. The other books, except for The Argonauts, were used or discounted because I was at a used bookstore, and this one I bought hardback full price, not even sad about it, and that is Arcadia by Iain Pears. This one, I've heard so many good things about this. Jen from Jen Campbell raved about this, and it's a beautiful cover. I absolutely love this. It makes me want to just read this right now. Deborah Harkness, who wrote Discovery of Witches, blurbed the back of this, and it just seems like right up my alley. There are 3 different stories that are interwoven throughout this book. There is a writer in like 1960s Oxford who's trying to get through his manuscript and seems to be hitting some walls, and then his next door neighbor who has a little girl who is following her missing cat and ends up inside one of the writer's stories, and then the story itself, I think, is how this is split up. I cannot wait to start this. I think as soon as I finish The School for Good and Evil, I'm gonna pick this one up. Everything about it makes me excited, and I am glad to have a nice big hard copy of this one. So those are the 8 books I bought for myself, and then 2 books I bought for my niece and nephew that I got this month. I had been on a book buying ban, so I kind of went overkill here. Usually I buy 2 or 3 books a month, and I was just like, nope, all the books. I'm gonna try to slow down for July and August and rediscover my library, because I have one of those. But I am excited to own all of these, and I have enjoyed the ones I've already started. If you have read any of these books, especially if you've read Arcadia, let me know what you thought of them in the comments. I would love to know your feedback. I hope you are all doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!